with 100 wagons trailing behind like a metallic serpent. These freight trains are the workhorses of our planet, carrying everything from the food we eat to the cars we drive, moving them across vast continents. The sheer scale is almost beyond comprehension. The weight is staggering. A single locomotive can weigh more than 200 tons. At the very front of every train, you will find its heart and brain, the locomotive. This is where the magic truly happens. Whether it's a modern diesel-electric engine or a sleek, high-speed marvel, the locomotive is the source of all the power. Inside a modern diesel locomotive, there isn't just one engine, but a colossal power plant on wheels. A massive diesel engine, sometimes as large as a small room, doesn't actually turn the wheels directly. Instead, it spins a huge generator, creating a tremendous amount of electricity. This electricity is then sent to powerful electric motors attached to the axles, which finally turn the wheels and set the entire train in motion. This clever system, known as diesel-electric transmission, allows for incredible control over the train's immense power. The engineer in the cab can apply just the right amount of electricity to get the train moving smoothly, without spinning the wheels on the track. It also allows the locomotive to pull with astonishing force, a force known as tractive effort. Let us travel back in time, to an era when the landscape was painted with clouds of white steam and the air echoed with the chime of a whistle. This was the age of the steam locomotive, the magnificent iron horse that first connected the world. These were not just machines. They were living, breathing creatures of fire and water. At their core was a fiery furnace where coal was shoveled by hand to boil vast quantities of water in a large boiler, creating high-pressure steam. The high-pressure steam was channeled into massive cylinders where it pushed enormous pistons back and forth. These pistons were connected to long, heavy rods, which in turn were linked to the great driving wheels. With each push of the piston, the wheels would turn and the locomotive would lurch forward, chuffing rhythmically as it expelled the used steam up its smokestack. From the age of steam, we leap forward into the present day, where a new kind of giant rules the rails. Today's locomotives are technological marvels packed with computers and advanced engineering, far more powerful and efficient than steam. A single modern diesel-electric locomotive can produce over 6,000 horsepower. To put that into perspective, that's the same power as 60 family cars all accelerating at once. This immense power allows one or two locomotives to pull trains over a mile long, carrying thousands of tons of cargo, with an efficiency that no other form of land transport can match. These modern engines are designed for endurance. They can travel thousands of miles without refueling, crossing entire countries in a single continuous journey. Their sophisticated computer systems constantly monitor the engine, the fuel consumption. The immense weight and momentum of a train make it a truly unstoppable force of nature. When a train is moving at speed, it carries an incredible amount of kinetic energy. This is why crossings must be kept clear. Even a small obstacle on the tracks can be a major hazard. Sometimes the unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Those moments put engineering to the ultimate test. They're dramatic and reveal incredible resilience. A large tree falls across the tracks during a storm, hidden around a blind corner. A heavy freight train at 50 miles per hour rounds the bend. The engineer sounds the horn and hits emergency brakes, but there isn't enough distance to stop. The locomotive, 200 tons of solid steel, collides with the tree. A tremendous crack, a shower of splintered wood, and the trunk is obliterated, tossed aside. As daylight fades and the world settles into darkness, the railway takes on a completely different character. The journey of a train at night is a magical, mysterious affair. The locomotive's powerful headlight cuts a single, brilliant beam through the blackness, illuminating the twin rails that stretch endlessly into the void. This moving tunnel of light reveals fleeting glimpses of the landscape, the ghostly shapes of trees, the silent forms of sleeping farmhouses, the flash of an animal's eyes, caught and gone. It is a solitary, peaceful journey through a slumbering world. From a distance, a train at night is a string of moving lights, a constellation on the move, captured in long exposure streaks. For those near the tracks, the distant horn is a familiar, comforting lullaby, a reminder the world keeps moving while others sleep. In some parts of the world, a new breed of train has emerged, one that seems to belong more to the world of aviation than to the railway. These are the high-speed trains, the sleek aerodynamic arrows that glide across the landscape at breathtaking speeds. Traveling at over 200 miles per hour, they have revolutionized passenger travel, making it possible to journey between major cities in a fraction of the time it would take by car. They do not thunder, they whisper. Their design is a masterclass in aerodynamics, pointed nose to slice through the air, smooth, streamlined body to reduce drag. To achieve these incredible speeds, these trains run on dedicated tracks that are built with surgical precision. There are no tight curves, no level crossings, and the rails are perfectly straight and smooth. Trains do not just travel over land, they must also cross whatever lies in their path, be it a deep river, a wide valley, or a steep gorge. To do this, engineers have built some of the most spectacular structures on Earth: railway bridges. These bridges are more than just functional crossings. They are monuments to human ambition and engineering genius. From elegant stone viaducts that have stood for over a century to breathtaking steel trestles that seem to defy gravity, these structures are an essential part of the railway's story. Imagine being the engineer of a train as it begins its journey across one of these colossal structures. The solid ground gives way, and suddenly you are suspended high in the air. Far below, a river winds its way through the valley, or cars look like tiny insects on a distant road. The train moves forward with steady confidence, its weight borne by the incredible strength of the steel and concrete beneath it. From the first puff of steam to the silent glide of a magnetic levitation train, the story of the railway is the story of human progress. For over 200 years, these iron roads have shaped our world. They opened up continents, built cities, powered industrial revolutions. They changed our perception of time and distance, making the world feel smaller and more accessible. The humble train, wheels on a track, became one of the most transformative technologies, a legacy etched into our landscape. Trains stir the soul and awaken wonder. They are, and always will be, among the most epic creations of the human hand.